Cam, all the awards that you won, including the Heisman and so forth and so on, we've got probably a whole room full of them. Where are they right now? Where do you have those things?
I was hoping you was gonna tell me that, man. I don't got nothing, you know. People have been mentioning awards and this and this and that. So, you know, if you're out there and you're listening to this, I want my awards, man.
Heard you had a interesting Christmas. Spent some time at Turner Field.
Oh, I did. I gave back Hosea Feed the Hungry. That's the first experience I ever did that, and it's something that I will be looking for in the near future. It was something that was a very eye opener for me. My cousin had mentioned it to me, and you know, we went forth and doing about. You know, I brought some of my cousins with me. It was an excellent experience, and like I said, it'll be something that I'll be looking to do in the near future.
So you're feeding the homeless, basically?
Feeding the homeless. You know, I think people really don't even sit down and just appreciate what Christmas really is until, you know, you have to go through that type of situation, and seeing people that really don't have nothing, don't have a family to wake up to and have Christmas presents. And for me to view that, man, it was just another reason for me to just count my blessings.
What did you do there?
I was out there for about 2 hours. No, I really lost track of time. You know, I was having so much fun just interacting with so many people. I was feeding. You know, we had sections in the line, and I was feeding green beans. Well, I call them the Santa beans. You know, when I was feeding them because they was green. But it was a excellent experience that I think I needed for myself and for my family.
Did people know who you were? I mean, you know, the people that you were helping feed, did they recognize you?
I think they knew me. But you know, I was taking a couple pictures. But you know, I couldn't let that alter what I was really there for. You know, I had to, you know, step outside of Cam Newton, the athlete, and you know, step into Cam Newton, the human being, and the person that is that's very caring. Because at the end of the day, me looking and seeing the homeless people just eat the food and it meaning so much to them to just have a warm plate of food, and you know, a lot of times people take that for granted. You know, just being around family, you know, having a hot, warm meal to eat. You know, some people don't have that.
You know, you being from there, you kind of have an idea, but would people be surprised at how many people would come to something like that?
Oh, absolutely. And another thing that people really don't realize is, you know, we was getting a tour after, you know, we fed the people, and one of the spokesmen mentioned that, you know, these people aren't just average, homeless people. You know, these people had jobs. You know, they had families. They had so many things that we had, but it's just something that, you know, the cards that they were dealt, you know, they were just not lucky. These aren't people that is just, you know, on the side of the streets just with their hand out. These people are continuously trying to help themselves, but, you know, it's just sometimes they get the short end of the stick.
When you say fast-paced, how fast-paced are practices right now?
Fast.
Is it becoming a bigger part of practice to move at pace?
Well, the thing that you got to do is you got to do that because you got to get to a fatigue position. Then you've got to be able to function and communicate, because that's what they do, is they limit your time to process formations and process the pre-snap information that some teams give you. And as a result of that, you have to process the information faster. You have to communicate. It's tougher communication, if that makes sense. It's tougher communication, and to get our guys to talk when they're uncomfortable.
It seems like that's as much of a challenge for you guys as it is for the players, for the coaches to get the call in, or is it more on them?
Well, that's one thing we're going to do is we're going to get quick calls to them, because I want them to be able. It's not going to be. It won't be. Wait. Try. It's going to be give them a quick call, because some teams you call the game based on personnel and situation, and against some teams you call it situational. And if you're trying to wait to get the perfect deal, they're going to snap the ball and somebody's going to be running free. So a big deal is getting yourself aligned everybody putting their eyes where they're supposed to be, and everybody playing the same call. As elementary as that seems, that's a big deal.
Do you have?
Josh said earlier that you guys would practice one way and then teams would game plan for a different way, and you guys would have to basically scrap it and go into halftime. You guys did that a lot this year.
Yeah.
How important is that to get in there at halftime, and what does that say about you and your coaching staff?
I'm very proud of our staff and very proud of our kids. I think it speaks volumes about their resiliency because it just seemed to work out where we were playing early in the season. A bunch of teams that had open weeks before us, or teams that maybe may not have had games that took them into the second half and things of that nature. So there were some things that we had to adjust to, and our kids were able to do that. And like I said, it wasn't always pretty, but there were times when it was real pretty. And I'm proud of what they accomplished, and we got a lot more. There's a lot more meat left on the bone.
How about a team that's had like 6 open days, which I guess 37 days, that's 6 weeks.
You know, the deal now is you watch game tape of every game they have, which is, I don't know, 900 and something plays, and they can't do it all, but they can do anything. You know, they can do anything in those games. They can't do it all, but they can do anything. So as a result of this, when you have this much time, you have to prepare for it all. And that's kind of the things, the good and the bad news with bowl games. You know, you usually do a 4-game breakdown and that's it. You got your, I don't know, 350 or whatever plays, 320, and you base your game plan off that. And now we're up into the gazillions. So but there's good and bad with it because you can see things they have done that maybe they hadn't pulled out for a while, and you can see there's things that are unique for each opponent that they do offensively. And there's a different theme within each game that and we're just gonna have to wait and see what it is, and then adjust to it and keep going, keep playing.